All right, everybody. So I'm going to explain something about volume. All right. First of all, very important to understand the three types of angles of price volume or supply demand analysis. The first is background, which is when you're comparing up waves to up waves or down waves to down waves and saying, well, when I'm comparing this up wave to the prior 10 up waves, this up wave has more volume than the prior 10 up waves. Or when I'm comparing down waves to the prior 10 down waves, I say this down wave has more volume than the prior 10 down waves. So when is this applicable? It's applicable for climaxes and changes of behavior. So this up wave has more volume than the last 10 up waves, may be a buying climax. This down wave has more volume than the last 10 down waves in an uptrend, could be a change of behavior. This goes with the big waves as well as the small waves, where you say this up wave has less volume than the last 5 up waves. It could be a lack of demand, especially after change of behavior or a sign of weakness. So anyway, the point here is you're comparing up waves to up waves and down waves to prior down waves and seeing how big the up wave is relative to the last X number of many up waves, or how small the up wave is relative to the last X many up waves. Comparing up waves to up waves, down waves to down waves. The second type of volume analysis is a rally versus pullback. Basically, up waves versus down waves. Let's make it really, really simple. All right, because it's not just rally versus pullback, especially when you're comparing in consolidation ranges. Versus up wave versus down wave. The difference here is you're not comparing up wave to up wave, you're comparing up wave to down wave. In an uptrend, you compare up wave to the subsequent down wave. All right, you're not really supposed. It won't make sense if you do it. It'll be very confusing if you do it to the prior down wave. So it's better to just do it up wave versus the next down wave in an uptrend. In a downtrend, you compare it the down wave to the next up wave. Okay, so just think of rally versus pullback if you want, but anyway, it's just comparing one up wave to the subsequent down wave in an uptrend, or the down wave to the subsequent up wave in a downtrend. Oh, fuck, did I say that wrong? Let me see. In an uptrend, it's up wave versus down wave after it. All right, and in a downtrend, it's the opposite. There you go. The third angle that volume is used is asking how much, how much price movement did this volume produce. So just looking at the effort and then the reward. Everyone knows this, right? So, all right. Now the key is you got to be able to view volume from all these three angles at the same time when you're doing this in real time. This, I've broken it down, but this is what you'll do. If you're only looking for effort, you're going to miss the obvious up versus down wave, which is going to set up a continuation move. What do I mean? I mean, take a look right here. Here you have a downtrend. In the downtrend, it gets screwed up right here where the up waves are more than the down waves, so it goes higher. Up waves are more than the down waves, goes higher. Here, the down waves are greater than the up waves, establishing downtrend behavior, where you have 15.6, 15.8. Down waves have more volume than the up waves, down waves have more volume than the up waves, establishes trend down. You see? So when that behavior gets established, it's game over for this consolidation, and goes down. Here, for example, you have uptrend behavior. Why? Up waves have more volume, more price and distance than the down waves. 50 versus 29, 44 versus 13, 17 versus 15, 34 versus 16, 18 versus 10. Obviously, it's going to fly up. What ratio really is it's a relative strength of up volume versus down volume. That's all it is. All right. Key is in an uptrend, up volume versus the next down wave volume. In a downtrend, it will be down volume versus the next up wave volume. So that's very important to understand. So I've covered those two styles. And the third is obviously is how much price distance did this volume produce. All right, so that's the third thing. Let me see if I get a good example over here. This is a pretty good example. You see this down wave is 36. Let's see the price. Here you have 36 volume, 3,600 contracts. They only 36. All right, just 3,600 contracts, moved price $450. Okay. Here you have almost 5 times the amount, 151. And how much did they move price? Only $475, only $25 more. When it's 5 times the volume, pushing price only $25 more. Obviously, this is a lot of effort and puts it in an upthrust position. So, you know. So, I wanted to just kind of explain this because what I see being done is anyway, it's just this is the way you do it. All right, so just remember these three styles, and the next step is really to just keep applying the three things that I explained on charts over and over again, because you can't just see things from one angle. So you see a lot of just looking for one big wave, missing all these pullback entries, right? Here, here, here. So that the point here is being able to apply the three styles. Again, the first is background, which means you just compare up waves to all the prior up waves before it. Like right here, 350 is much bigger than 128, 128, 119, 118. The other is ratio, which is just comparing the up waves to the down waves. In this case, it would be like, all right, 118 versus 71, 119 versus 63, 128 versus 50, 128 versus 27. Each example, each and every example shows the up waves have more volume than the down waves. You can also call it relative strength of volume, where you're comparing the up wave amount of volume to the down wave amount of volume. And finally, from the third angle, which is amount of effort it requires to move price. How much effort is it requiring to move price? All right, that's the third angle. And I think with those three in mind, like you'll make sense of the price volume behavior. All right, I'm done. Thanks.